Welcome back to Dean's Dustbin. We are on day something. Rightfully, my mind is a little tired and I don't know what day we're on for the build. So we are on day and we're in the home stretch. Now the bear that is the board is done being burned. We've got all the legs done artistically. That was the vast majority of this work. There's probably close to 20 hours in just the skulls and the board. So now we got to build the actual table. One of my design flaws, so to speak, is the actual dowel rods that I'm using on the skulls for the legs. Typically, if you had some kind of legs that have a dowel, you want to have something to countersink it into, like this stool here. As you can kind of see, the legs go right in. Unfortunately, I'm designing a 3/4 inch thick tabletop, so there's really nothing to grab in there on. So the way I'm going to get around that is I've already made it just because it's boring to watch. I got a sheet of I got a 2x4 here. I measured it 2 inches down from each end, so it's 32 inches instead of 36. And then, as you can see, got a hole through it, and that hole is the exact same drill bit we used to cut out the hole in these skulls, so we know that it'll fit there. That's going to give us something to seat the dowel rods up into. And I did a test just to see how it would work. Made this here. Yeah, there is no glue inside this thing. I can't spin it to save my life, so guess I made myself a whacking stick. Nothing wrong with whacking your stick. So we got that there, and beautiful thing about my design, since I burned everything into this, I have a 1/2 inch thick sheet of wood over there, and I've already drawn out the designs on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to just drill everything through it, countersink everything, and then just glue this on top so it hides all the screws, it hides everything we've done, and you're ending up with this beautiful piece of art with nothing to be any blemishes on that front here. So let's go start doing that. We're gonna hopefully build this sucker and get it to a point that we can seal it up today. So let's do it. So as you can see, here's our 1/2 inch thick board that we're going to be using as the weight bearing side of this design. I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but I drew on both sides where these boards are going to go. So what that's going to allow me to do is I can place a board on one side, line it up, flip the sucker over, and that's going to allow me to drill my pilot holes so that we can actually sink some screws in here to make this work. So it's probably not the best idea, but I'm working alone here. So the way I'm going to kind of make this work, I'm probably going to fail, to be honest, because I really wish I had someone here so I could kind of like look underneath and line it up, but that's not going to happen. I'm just going to try to take some tape here. Hope to God it holds long enough for me to flip this board over. And that will then make my life really, really easy. If it does not make my life really, really easy, there's going to be some swearing. Actually, there won't be because it's YouTube and I probably shouldn't do that. Let's just know that I have the mouth of a sailor. Not necessarily proud of it, but it is what it is, whatever. So we're going to line this up. And pray to God, or whatever you believe in, that this sucker holds long enough for me to flip this. Godspeed. Gotta hold on it. Tell you for a fact, One side worked, one side did not. If I swear in German, is that okay? So if I just say Scheiße, we're fine? I don't know. I'll probably get striked for that. Either way, well, I'll figure this out. I'm going to turn it off and we'll get somewhere. So, when in doubt, if this kind of tape don't work, if I learned nothing from the Red Green show, you upgrade to duct tape. So, we upgraded to duct tape, everything worked out fine. So the next thing I need to do is I need to get some pilot holes in there for my screws. I'm going to kind of go in a, I guess you can call it a W pattern. I don't want to go straight down because I don't want to split the wood or give it any kind of weak spots. So I'm going to kind of hit it in 5 spots on both sides of this. Now when it's done, I also got to switch out for a spade bit here. What I'm going to do with this spade bit is I'm going to make a countersink. Because we're going to be laying that art over the top, I don't want to have, you know, potentially this screw head to be kind of cockeyed or up a little bit, and then we have this weird like little warp in the table. So we'll countersink the pilot holes with a little bit of a kiss from this 3/8 inch. So let's do it. So now that we got the bottom boards firmly attached, there's one last thing I need to do before I start assembling it. And as you can kind of see, this is where the dowel rods are going to go through. What I need to do now is I'm going to brace this sucker up with some scrap wood, and I need to drill from the bottom side, because now I'll know where the holes are, the pilot holes for the screws that I'll be holding the dowel rods in. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to kiss the other side of this board, countersink it again. Again, we're trying to hide everything. So, easy peasy. Punch on through on all 4 of these, somewhere in the dead center-ish. Close counts and horseshoes, hand grenades, and what I'm doing right here. So, get those holes done, flip it over, and go some more. Now I want to show you this. Punching through from the bottom created some damage. That's okay. We're covering it up anyway. But I had already planned on it. But what I was going to do anyway, and to help with the gluing process, got an electric sander here. We're just going to buff all this shit out. So that is the next step. Alright, so I'm going to level with you. Now comes the part I've been dreading this entire project. I now need to drive these skulls down in here, and if this screws up, I am going to be set back so far. So we're going to just start with one, grab a rubber mallet, and hope to whatever God you believe in this works. As I said, my mallet over here, it's one tight fit, so I'm not worried about putting glue inside here or anything like that. I feel with as tight as that is, plus the screw that I'm going to be putting on top of it, these legs ain't going nowhere. But I'm not going to lie that I'm not worried about something shattering and or falling apart while I do this. So slow and steady wins the race. Grab a rubber mallet and try. And I know whenever you're watching this, I shot this however long before you're viewing it. Still think happy thoughts because I need them. So what I'm going to kind of do is figure out the angle of the skull I want in an artistic way. I'm actually going to grab a stool. This is prorated for fat asses, so even though it looks plastic, it's got me. And I'm going to kind of figure out where this goes, and it goes nothing. Yeah, this thing ain't moving, so I'm gonna hope to God that that is in as far as it can go, because let's see. Oh, it still can take more, Captain. Gosh, it scares me. Crap. Well, we've learned how hard not to hit it, and now we're gonna have to glue this shit back together. So, let's hope to God the rest don't go that way, because yeah, we're in a pickle right now. Improvise, adapt, overcome. It's level. That's all I care about. The fact that it's level. Okay. Third time's the charm. Okay, everything looks pretty damn close, so here we go. Obviously repairs gotta be done, but so one side looks to be a little lower than the other. Herein lies what we gotta fix. So, what would happen if I slip this underneath? Is that enough? Does that make it stable? It does. So from what I can tell, looks like all we need to do is give this side slight lift. Comes back to our old friend the bandsaw. Now I'm going to try this out on the floor. Double check things. And that's exactly what we got. So now we know what we're doing. Basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut out another foot for the side with the pennies and glue that sucker up there. Easy enough fix. So let's get that going, and then I got to repair those skulls because we lost some bullets and we lost a chunk out of the other one. Again, fixing things. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Let's get this shit done.
God, was I pissed off at this point. So we're getting a little long, so I'm going to stop it here. We'll come back for part 2 of day 5, and we'll finally finish off this build. We'll fix all the mistakes that just happened and go from there, and then get it to the recipients. Now, if you like what you're seeing, please like, share, subscribe, and if you're feeling frisky, hit that bell icon, and we'll see you on the next episode. So this is me signing out from Dean's Dustbin. Later.